And welcome to the Pittsburgh Nerd Podcast Vlog. I know that's a lot. I'm Sean. I'm one of the hosts of the Pittsburgh Nerd Podcast and your primary vlogger here. Today, one of the things I want to do is I want to do some product reviews. I want to be an influencer, if you will. And one of the things that people always ask when you're a podcaster is, let me see your setup. Let me see your podcast setup. Where do you podcast? What's it look like? What equipment do you use? Stuff like that. We are very, very basic. We don't have a lot of equipment, but I'm happy to share with you what we do. What we do. Oh boy, what we do to record a show, both in person and remotely. Remotely is pretty simple. I mean, we use the setup is very the same. We record on Skype because I don't have a mixing board. So we just record that way on Skype, and then I transfer that from an MP4 to an MP3 file. Otherwise, if we're in the room together, we just record right onto my laptop, again, because there's no mixing board, no digital recorder. And from there I'll edit the podcast using Audacity. So we record using Audacity when we're together, and when we're remote, we use Skype. So with that information, let me show you the equipment that we use to record the show. It's pretty simple, but there's some interesting stuff here as far as my personal setup that you might want to check out. All right, so here it is. This is my setup. When we record remotely, like we have been for quite some time, this is the setup I use. As you see, this is a small desk, but it is a portable desk, which means it does fold up and I can slide it underneath my bed to put it away. So it's not something that's in the way. It's not something I've had to make room for in my room, which is nice. I can just tear it down. It folds up very easily. It's a great desk. The only problem with it is a bit on the smallish side. As you can see, everything is kind of jammed in here a little bit. And being a bigger guy may cause a problem as well, because I do take up space. However, if it had 6 more inches to it, I think it would be perfect. But as it is, it works very, very well for my needs. As you can see, I'm able to keep my laptop up there. I prefer using a mouse and a mouse pad because I don't like the pad on the laptop. That's a personal preference, and so of course that's going to take up some space. And as you can see, the real star of the show, the Blue Yeti microphone. Most podcasters are going to tell you this is a workhorse microphone, and they're absolutely correct. This is a workhorse. For us, it has been a great addition for our use because it is a USB microphone, which means I can plug that directly in to the computer using the USB port. I don't have to have any special connections. I know there are ways that you can plug it into like mixing boards and stuff like that. I haven't explored that because I don't have a mixing board, but the Blue Yeti microphone has been an awesome purchase that I feel we've reaped a lot of benefits from. And the reason I say that, and the reason it is so popular amongst podcasters, is what you're going to get on the other side here. And what you see here is 2 knobs. One is the gain, which is going to give you the sensitivity of the microphone. So when I'm podcasting by myself in my room, remotely with Ian, I have the gain turned down so you don't pick up as much background noise. I'm sure you can hear, it is very warm here in Pittsburgh right now, so I do have the air conditioner running in my room, and with the gain turned down, it doesn't pick up as much of that background noise from the air conditioner. But down here, this second knob will give you a number of options to on how you want the microphone to function. It's set up right now for a single person, so the microphone is live on the front end of it. That's where it's going to pick up all the noise from. So the rest of the microphone is dead. A lot of times when Ian is in the room with me, I will have it set to this this first option right here, which means the two sides of the microphone are operating. I know the circle means that the microphone is set so that the entire thing, it picks up everything all around it. And I can't remember what the fourth option is. I've never used it, but the other three I've used rather frequently, and they work perfectly for us. When when I'm recording with somebody in the room with me, as a person-to-person podcast, as a conversation, the microphone works phenomenally. It picks up very well. In those situations, I do turn the gain up a little bit for more sensitivity, obviously, because you tend to drift and things of that nature. But overall, the sensitivity of the microphone on two sides works perfectly for a person-to-person conversation. We have done a few episodes where we've had 3 or more people in the room. In those situations, you turn it on so that it picks up everything. You put it in the center of the group. Yes, the sound quality is not as good. In those situations, I turn the gain up a lot to pick up on the sensitivity. That's not optimal. Obviously, you'd love to have a microphone or 2 or 3 microphones to pick up those people. I mean, we had one situation, I think we had 7 people in the room. And obviously you suffer a little bit with sound quality in that instance, but it still worked pretty well for us, surprisingly. Overall, I don't recommend that. For 3 people, it worked very, very well. I haven't had a problem that way. So overall, the Blue Yeti microphone, is a phenomenal. It's inexpensive. I think I got the Blue Yeti and the headphones and a windscreen, all for, I think I paid $150 for the package, and that was 7 years ago. So I doubt that package exists, but I know that Blue Yetis are still out there. Again, it's a very popular microphone for podcasters and like the people on Twitch. I just watched. It's funny. I just watched a press conference on Friday with Tony Khan and CM Punk, and they were using the Blue Yeti microphone as well. So this isn't just popular amongst the podcasters; it's popular amongst a lot of people. It's like I said, it's a workhorse. It's a great microphone, and I would highly recommend it to somebody who's starting off as an inexpensive option to start off with. And so that's it. We are. It's a very basic setup here in my room. As you can see, I keep it pretty simple. This is how I usually have it set up. My phone will usually be in my hand to pull up information that me and Ian are talking about, or I may even just set it down if we're having a long-winded conversation. So there's room for my phone, usually my drink. I'll have up a little further. Soka likes to jump on here as we record. Soka, my cat. So as you can tell, there's not much room for her, but she tries to make it. So this is it. This is my podcast setup in my bedroom. When me and Ian record together, we usually do it at his house, and we do it at his dining room table. But the setup pretty much remains the same as far as equipment wise. So there you go. And the computer, for those who want to know, it's a Dell. Again, it's about 7 years old as well. It probably needs to be replaced soon, but it does a good job. I'm very, very happy with it. I couldn't give you the specs on it because I don't know them off the top of my head, but it's a 7-year-old Dell, and it does the job, and I'm very, very happy with it. So there you go. If you have any additional questions about this, please let me know about our setup. I'll post the links for both the Blue Yeti and the desk in the description, so you can check those out. I've ordered both of them from Amazon, so I'll post a link on where you can purchase that if it's something that you're interested in. And again, this is a great little deal that works for me, and there you go. And so on that note, the dreamer has awakened.